Magandang tanghali po sa ating lahat. Nandito naman po tayo sa ating regular Saturday radio program entitled Usapang Babae. At syempre po, nalalapit na rin ang celebration po ng Women's Month. At ang magiging topiko po natin for the first part of the program will be about women empowerment. At syempre kukunin ko rin po ito ng pagkakataon, no? Nabatiin po yung aking mga kasamahan sa konseho, yung mga kababaihan ng mga elected officials as well as our ex-official ng City of Coronadal. Namely, of course, meron po dyan ang Mama Bel na Marbel, City Councilor Annabel Garcia Pingoy, of course, City Councilor Maylin Bascon de Guzman, City Councilor Prechi Luela Ugoy, City Councilor Handel D. Cadilino Copilo, and of course, ang ating SK Federation President, Honorable Clarice Sorungon. Live na live po tayo sa aking Facebook page, Junette Ines Hortado in Action. Paki-like na rin po. At of course, live na live din po tayo sa aking personal Facebook account, which is Junette Ines Hortado. At syempre po, mapapanood din po tayo live na live sa aking YouTube channel, Junette Hortado TV. At dahil po March, no, malapit na sa sunod na linggo, March na po. So we are here also to celebrate in the city of Coronadal ang ating Women's Month celebration, yung mga Juana ng Coronadal 2021. So tungkol po sa celebration po ng Juana Coronadal 2021, magkakaroon po ang syudad ng Coronadal ng Juana Culinary Competition na kung saan magkakaroon po ng food presentation ang mga kababaihan sa kanya-kanyang lugar. Meron po tayong 20 entries. Meron po tayong 20 entries na mga sasali po sa Juana Culinary Competition na kung saan they will be preparing a main dish. One main dish po, pwede siya pork, pwede siya chicken, fish, pwede siya beef, at actual po nalulutuin doon sa araw na nakasaad kung kailan po sila pupuntahan ng mga technical people. At kasabay na rin po dyan, syempre, dahil merong culinary competition, meron ding Juana Dance Showdown. Sa dance showdown na po ito, ang pwedeng makapag-join is 23 years old and above na kababaihan at dapat po taga barangay na kung saan po na magre-represent siya, isa sa mga participants or dancers. At syempre po, ang kanya-kanyang barangay are getting ready, no? Ang mga barangay, alam mo, bilib na bilib po ako sa isang barangay na despite the limitations ng kanilang fund, despite the limitations ng availability of funds, sila po ay gumawa ng paraan para po mabigyan ng kasiyahan at mabigyan ng activity yung kanilang barangay, especially that March talaga is an International Women's Month. It's an international activity. At syempre po, kapag ikaw ay isang empowered woman or empowered wana ng Coronadal, dapat alam na alam mo ang iyong karapatan, kasi kasama na po dyan yung panahon mo to unwind and to have fun. Meron po tayo again, 20 participants. The 20 participants po, we have 27 barangays in the city of Coronadal. Pero nag-set na po tayo ng deadline noong February 25, not later than 5 in the afternoon, at nakapag-draw lots na po yung mga sasali. Alam mo, na-appreciate ko kasi dito. Most of them na mga sumali, of course, they wanted to win. Sino ba namang sasali na ayaw manalo, di ba? But most of them, lalong-lalo na yung mga mindset ng mga kagawad in charge, ang sabi nila, we want to show dito sa aming barangay na kami ay mga empowered wana at kami bilang nahalal na mga opisyales ng barangay, pinapakita po nila ang kanilang suporta at atensyon para rin po na makapag-celebrate sila, na mabigyan ng importansya yung araw ng mga kababaihan. Ako actually excited. Excited because This is in partnership also with the City Tourism Council or City Tourism Office, no? Headed by Sir Elric Batilaran. Kasi po dito sa mga luto na gagawin nila, baka makakita po tayo ng signature dish ng barangay at madedevelop pa natin, tulungan natin sila ng mga kung ano pang paraan at ano pang pwedeng natin gawain, no? Bilang chairperson sa Committee on Women, Children and Family Relations, kasama po ang ating City Tourism, na matulungan po natin, no? Out of this, no? Ang maging kinalalabasan itong competition na to, yung luto-luto, alam nyo yan, baka makadevelop tayo or maka-introduce tayo ng signature dish na galing sa isang barangay. And I'm also looking forward to a wider perspective na sana yung output nito, no, yung output na to, tama yung sinasuggest ng isang staff ko, sabi niya, how about after this, no? I hope if Sir Elric Batilaran is listening, I hope not only that we can do cultural mapping, we can also do food mapping. So, iikutin natin yung 27 barangays at magde-develop or identify tayo nung kanilang putahe para magkaroon tayo ng issue-showcase natin per barangay, parang food extravaganza. So magkakaroon tayo ng activity. And very excited, meron kasi akong friend, no? Si Taste Good Kitchen na masarap magluto. If only nandito ka sa Coronadal, Taste Good Kitchen, gagawin kita isa sa mga judges. So basahin po natin muna yung mga comments sa ating YouTube channel. Sabi ni Kisses Igorot the Farmer, pasok, tamsak, tusok. Ayan, alam mo, very supportive tong si Sisi ko na to. Sisi Kisses, thank you ha. Good afternoon, host, sabi niya. And of course, kay Taste Good Kitchen, sabi ni Taste Good Kitchen, oh, ito, hello, Coronadal, I miss you. Oh, tama, no? Sabi, wow, sana sasali ako dyan sa, Juana Cooking Contest. Baka pag sumali ka, magiging, parang baka mahirapan na silang mag-compete, joke lang. Pero kung nandito ka, Taste Good Kitchen, Miss Rin, kung nandito ka, I will make you one of the judges kasi nakikita ko yung mga luto mo sa iyong YouTube channel. At syempre po, pinag-uusapan din lang natin yung Women's Month, no? Although it is an international activity, dapat po yung empowerment ng isang babae, yung pagbibigay po ng halaga sa sarili, self-worth, should not only be within March. Yung binibigyan po natin ng atensyon ng mga kababaihan, no? Binibigyan ng respeto, that is dapat, whole year round. Hindi po dahil lang merong Women's Month activity. Sa maniwala kayo sa hindi, ang tema po this year na Juana, laban sa pandemya, kaya. Doon po na-challenge si Councilor Hurtado because supposedly, wala na tayong Women's Month activity because we are still practicing yung mga social distancing, ika nga. However, sabi nga nila, kung ikaw ay isang babae na madiskarte, ikaw ang isang babae na empowered, you have to know how to adjust sa tinatawag na new normal. And one of which is yung pagpapatakbo po ng gobyerno, yung tuloy-tuloy na mga programa, kasama po yan sa mga challenges namin, no, ng mga elected officials from the mayor, the vice mayor, down to the councilors, the IPMR, the Liga ng mga Barangay President, and of course the SK. It doesn't mean because we are in this situation, lahat ng takbo ng gobyerno ay hihinto na. So we are trying to find ways, no, to coexist or we are trying to find ways to adapt sa tinatawag nating new normal. So kaya nga naisipan natin, lumapit po tayo sa opisina ng ating tanggapan ng ating Mayor Elior de Ojena, at tinanong ko po siya kung ano pong activity because as the mayor, he is the implementer of the programs in the city of government of Coronadal. And I asked him, Mayor, ano bang gawin natin or ano bang plano mo for women's activity? And I'm very, very happy because he designated me as one of the city councilors. He designated me na ako nang bahala kung anong gagawin na programa. Because as your last term naman ako ng city councilor and I have been doing this for almost 15 years, siguro nagkaroon na rin ng tiwala at nagkaroon na rin ng tatak sa syudad ng Coronadal na pagdating po ng Women's Month, nandiyan po talaga si Councilor Hurtado. But this time around, this is well supported also by the rest of the Sangguniang Panglungsod. Siyempre, no, ang mga, hingin ko yung mga names para mabati din natin lahat-lahat ng mga kababaihang mga punong barangays. And alam mo, sa totoo lang, araw naming mga babae ito eh. So tapos babae ngayon mahawak ng microphone. Kaya binibigyan natin ng pagpupugay. Women in uniform, no? Alam mo, by Monday, ako po ang speaker ng South Cotabato Police provincial office. I'll be their keynote speaker po ako doon at sana ma-inspire ko rin yung ating mga men and women in uniform. At sa March 2 until March 5 po, mag-uumpisa na ang mga recorded videos ng ating mga participants sa kada barangay. It would be very, very busy day sa mga iba't ibang barangays na kasali po sa competition because simultaneously, pag bumaba po doon yung technical crew na mag-handle po ng event, sila po ay kukuha ng video how they prepare the food. Kasama po yan sa criteria of judging. At bababa rin po sila doon. Meron pong competition ng mga sayaw, ng mga Juana ng Coronadal. Sasayaw po sila pero single take. Ano po yung single take na tinatawag? Ibig sabihin, pag sinabi na po nung program in charge na okay, let's do this, pag sinabi niya ng gano'n, isang beses lang po yung recording, hindi pwedeng nagkamali ka ng konti, teka, rewind natin, record tayo ulit. Bawal po yan. Single take only. So yan po ang magiging event natin ngayong March 8 po, ila-launch po lahat po ng video recordings. Lahat po ng video recordings ng lahat ng barangay. Ipa-file po yan sa isang video na ipapalabas po. No, ipapalabas po ito, please, sa mga nakikinig po sa atin, lalong-lalo na po yung mga Coronadalenyo, mga Juanas ng Coronadal. Please like po yung Juana Coronadal 2021 page dahil dyan po ipapalabas. No? At dyan din kayo boboto online because 20% of the criteria for judging, 20% po, would come from online shares and views. 80% po is on-site judging. So kung nakascore po kayo ng 90 doon sa barangay habang fini-film po kayo, 80% po noon ang equivalent doon sa grade at ang 20% po noon ay manggagaling po online voting via shares and views. Kaya very important po na ma-like nyo na starting today. Kasi po yung kinakount namin, yung views na manggagaling po sa Juana Coronadal page. Juana Coronadal 2021. Hanapin nyo na po yan at pakilike nyo na po dahil dyan po tayo magbabase at dyan po i-upload yung mga individual videos ng mga participants per barangay. And I would like to take this opportunity to greet yung mga babae po na punong barangay dito po sa syudad ng Coronadal. Siyempre, ang aking kaibigan, walang iba, most powerful. Tsaka ito siya talaga, she speaks her mind, she has her principles, and I respect her truly. Punong barangay po ng Barangay Abansenya, Evelyn Lagasca Calanza. Ayan. And of course, my good friend, isa ring empowered woman, no? She's been handling the biggest barangay in the city of Coronadal. Punong barangay, Margarita Didaces Sobaldo is also a good friend of mine. At syempre pa, ito, long-standing pinakamatagal as far as experience, as far as terms of office. Ito siya talaga, pag sinabi mong experience, wala nang tatalo pa because she's been a punong barangay for quite some time. Hindi ko na nga alam, I think more than 20 years siguro na punong barangay ito at talaga, she's also a very principled person. No less than punong barangay for Feria, Gumbao o Barangay San Roque. At syempre pa, galing sa sarili kong barangay, ito talaga, sinasabi ko na, she's a woman of action. True to her words also. Tsaka, alam mo, pagdating sa leadership, talaga ito rin. Walang iba. Ang babaeng punong barangay ng barangay Concepcion. Punong barangay, sorry, nasanay ako, nag-start kaming kagawad eh. So, punong barangay, Mema Huquinho. And syempre, ito pa, no? When sexiness comes in, sinasabi ko lagi kapag nagkita kaming dalawa, alam mo, sexy tayo. Alam mo na kasi ang sexiness, it's all in the mind. Tsaka ito talagang punong barangay na to is amiable ha. Mahinahon kausap. And I like her. No? Punong barangay ng barangay Taplan, Angel Bermil. At syempre pa, kung experience lang din pag-uusapan, soft-spoken, mahinahong kausap, mabait. Eto, ang punong barangay po ng Barangay Mabini, Kapitan Disena. Ang hindi po nakakaalam, ang punong barangay po ng Zone 1, before even she became a punong barangay, she's also already like a family to me. No? She's already like a family to me. Alam niya yan kung bakit. We both know together kung ano rin yung pinagsamahan namin nung wala pa siya sa politika. But she is a woman na alam mo may dedication din sa kanyang trabaho. Ito po si Kapitana Gloria Gulye, or better known as Kapitan Paya. At syempre pa, ito parang mami ko na rin. Kasi yung anak niya, batch ko and a close friend of mine. And she's now the punong barangay o barangay zone 3. Mabait, motherly ang dating. Tsaka madali pong kausap, approachable. Punong barangay Delia Carmen. At syempre pa, ito sa barangay where I grew up. Ito siya na barangay kapitan at sinasabi ko is not only na yung, alam mo yung, I could feel that there is really passion in her heart when it comes to public service. Alam ko rin yung kanyang dedication sa kanyang trabaho at siya po ay isang tao na makonsider kong maaasahan and a very good friend. Para ko na rin family kasi ang kanya pong kapatid. Ngayon ko lang nalaman na kapatid niya pala. No? Yung mga samahan ng mga panahon pa pala nung buhay pa po ang aking mother. Ito pong kapitan na to is close to my heart also. Punong barangay Ninfa Tumilap ng barangay Santa Cruz. Ayan po yung mga punong barangay and mga leaders po dito sa Coronadal. And I thank them all because they have been sabi na lang natin, kumikilos po at nag-function as punong barangay. And of course, they are women leaders in their own respected rights. Respective. At ngayon pong hapong ito, pag-uusapan na rin lang natin ang empowerment. I'd like to talk to you about some steps. Yung mga steps po kung paano itong tinatawag nating personal empowerment. Yung personal empowerment ba is bilang isang individual po. Paano mo masabi na ikaw ay namumuhay sa isang tinatawag na empowered life? O paano mo mapakita na you are empowered? Sa trabaho ba? O kung sa trabaho mo man, what kind of difference? Anong klaseng difference ang gusto mong makontribute sa mundong ito? So, ano po yun? Pag sinasabi po natin empowered, personal empowerment, ano po ay yung mga dapat na may characteristic o mga bagay-bagay na dapat mo ma-consider for you to be considered as having an empowered life. So, dapat po natin magilig po tayo and we will be discussing that in a short moment. Pero dapat po meron tayong tandaan that in order for us to be empowered, focus po tayo. Focus po tayo sa what we can control. Focus po tayo yung sa willingness natin to hustle. Ano yung kaya natin gawin and willing natin gawin. Dapat focus po tayo sa commitment natin to have an objective at meron tayong empowered mindset. But always remember, these are the things na pwede mo within your control. On top of that, beyond that, it's never under your control. So, dapat nating malaman, in order for us to be able to empower others, no? In order for us to be able to empower others, dapat po meron din tayong, as an individual, our life should also be empowered so that we can have an empowering impact sa mga taong nakapalibot sa atin. So kung yan po ang ating pag-uusapan, ano po yung mga steps, no? Ano po yung mga steps na dapat nating tandaan para po magkaroon po tayong tinatawag na personal empowerment? Ano po yung mga steps na dapat nating isipin o dapat nating tandaan? Okay. So, ano nangyari? Okay, diretso lang tayo Medyo nag-iba yata. Handle yan. Okay, number one is we have to be open to possibilities. We have to be open to possibilities. Wala po itong sinasabi kasi minsan yung mindsetting po natin. Pag-close po yung utak natin, no? We don't have this openness. We don't have this openness to possibilities, no? The more po tayong open sa possibility, the more po tayo nagiging creative. And the more po tayo nagiging creative, nakaka-create po tayo ng environment wherein, no, inaalaw natin ang ating sarili to succeed. Yan po. We have to have this openness to possibilities na meron tayong power and meron po tayong responsibility sa ating sarili to find that place, no? Kung saan na pwede mong isipin na lahat pala ng bagay, we should be open to possibilities. Kasi po, yung mga negatibong utak, yun ang mga taong close-minded. Yung mga negatibo pong utak, yan po yung mga taong close-minded. And kapag close-minded na po kayo, you simply refuse to believe that meron palang available, meron palang out there, may mga possibilities pa pala. So, ano pong ibig sabihin? What am I trying to drive at here? Yung sinasabi ko pong open to possibilities. Open to possibility means is that we have to focus on the things na pwede palang mangyari. Ang karamihan kasi sa atin, parang meron tayong klase ng utak na parang, it's the end of the world anymore. Parang hindi ko na kaya itong aking problema. Parang wala na talaga itong solusyon. Wala na, ito na katapusan. Ito na talaga. Then you have to remember, if you are open to possibilities, you are opening your mind to more opportunities. You are opening, not yung hindi mo tinitignan, yung ano bang mali sa ano bang ganito, ano bang mali sa buhay ko. O, di ba? So, dapat, kapag open po kayo sa possibilities, nagkakaroon po yan ng better outcome. Nagkakaroon po ng better outcome, no? Because ikaw mismo yung mag-create yan sa utak mo. Ay, hindi pa huli pala ang lahat. Meron palang solusyon. Meron pala talagang positive na result out of this. Meron palang bagong opportunities. Meron palang, alam mo yung change, no? Yung tinatawag natin change. Yung tinatawag nating pagbabago. Yung tinatawag nating improvement, yung tinatawag nating opportunity, lahat yan, sa maniwala po kayo sa hindi, it's there. You just have to be open about it. Kasi po kapag close na po talaga yung utak nyo, wala na, zero na. Para hindi mo na iniisip na meron pang halaga yung buhay. Hindi mo na iniisip na, uy, teka, malulusutan ko pala to. Because a close-minded individual would always think what is negative. A close-minded individual would always think na, yung mali lang lagi ang nakikita. Close-minded individual would always think that everything around him na nangyayari sa buhay niya ay dahil sa ibang tao. And he or she fails to realize na baka pala yung nangyayari sa buhay niya ay gawa niya. Siya rin ang may gawa. Diba? So yan po ang sinasabi ko dito that we have to be open to possibilities because once you're open to possibilities, you can create opportunities, you can create more positivity in your life, you can create or attract, sabi nga nila, attract, no? Nakaka-attract ka ng mas magagandang bagay para sa iyong buhay. So ang ikalawa po na dapat nating tandaan, isa sa mga steps po for personal empowerment is that please focus on who you are. Focus on who you are. Alam mo na dapat mong tanggapin na meron at meron talagang mangyayari sa buhay mo na hindi mo gusto. Meron at meron talagang result sa buhay mo na hindi favorable sa akala mo. Meron at meron talagang pangyayari that is really beyond your control. Things are going to happen. Things that you do not like, no? It can happen. It will happen. Because there is no such thing as perfect life. But if you focus on who you are, you understand your strengths and weaknesses. You understand your limitations. You understand your capability. Then, and only then, malalaman mo na yung mga na-encounter mo sa harapan mo are just challenges. Challenges po siya. Life and success are built around yung tinatawag na unfair. Kaya malang yan siya nanalo sa beauty pageant kasi teacher yung nanay niya. Kaya lang man yan siya na-promote kasi pinsan niya yung nakaupo sa pwesto. Kaya lang naman yan siya sumasahod ng malaki. Siguro sip-sip boss, diba? Those are the things that unfair daw sa buhay. But you have to focus on who you want to be in response to these challenges. Who do you want to be? Gusto mo na ma-recognize ka as what? Diba? Gusto ko na mabigyan ako ng magandang trabaho. Ngayon, anong ginagawa mo? Ano po ang ginagawa mo ngayon para mapansin ka na ikaw pala ay deserving sa trabaho na inaasam-asam mo? Huwag kang manira ng iba o tumapak ng iba just because you wanted the position. What I'm trying to say is that stop complaining na yung pwesto na yan para sa'yo. You have to understand that life can really be unfair. Pero yung gagawin mo na lang parasite o mapaparalyze ka na lang dahil hindi mo nakuha yung inaatim-atim mo and your life will just circle around it. Sayang kung ako lang sana yung pinili, I would have been better, my life would have been better. Tapos na eh. Nangyari na, di ba? So ang point ko dito is that without the things that defy logic, you would never come to know so deeply what you stand for. Minsan nangyayari itong challenges sa buhay natin para malaman at lalabas yung totoo mong kulay, yung totoo mong karakter. Ikaw ba yung taong nagka-crack under pressure? Ikaw ba yung klaseng tao na, konting challenge lang, ayoko na, surrender na ako. Diba? When you shift your focus onto yourself, wholeheartedly, non-violently, it is only then that you are living a life of true authenticity and significance. Ano pong ibig sabihin niya? Pag sabi ko nga kanina, when you start to realize your worth, when you start to realize who you are, kung anong meron ka at kung anong sino ka, di ba? Diyan po natin makikita at mararamdaman yung ating true authentic self, di ba? Yan po ang dapat nating intindihin. What makes you tick? What inspires you? What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? Now, pag na-identify mo po lahat ng mga tanong na yan, then second question is, anong meron ka? Sino ka? Anong kaya mo? Anong strength mo? Anong weaknesses mo? Ano ang kakayahan mo? Ano ang limitations mo? Therefore, in order to have a personal empowerment, you have to focus on who you are. Stop talking. Do it. Huwag mo lang ipakita lahat ng mapansin mo ng mga negatibo sa mga kasamaan mo sa trabaho. Kundi ikaw mismo, tignan mo rin yung sarili mo. Anong pagkukulang mo? Kung lagi mo nakikita ang mali ng iba, then ask yourself, what have I done to improve myself? What have I done to contribute in the team? Diba? Ganon din yan, kahit sa basketball pa o volleyball pa. If you are in a team, how do you blend together and work together as a team? Focus on who you are. And third, of course, sabi ko nga, one of the ways, no? Una natin kanina, sabi natin is open to possibilities. Second, focus on who you are. And third is run your own race. Ano po yun? Kailangan mo ba namin sumali ng marathon? Siyempre hindi. Ito lang pinakasimple dyan. Yung success po ng ibang tao may not be success for you. Yung failure po ng ibang tao may not be failure for you. Instead of worrying, no? Buti pa siya, kilala sa tao, buti pa siya, nakakaikot sa tao, ay, kaya yan siya nanalo dahil ganito yan siya. Instead of looking at those things na sa competition mo, no? Instead of worrying about the competition, why not focus on the ball that is directly in front of you? Run your own race. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na yung achievement mo ay dapat kasing pareho ni achievement niya. Kaya po ako nung tumakbo po ako ng election, somebody asked me, anong number gusto mo? Kung magdaog ka, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Of course, everybody wants to have a good election result. But I always tell them, mapa-number 1 ka man o mapa-number 10 ka, if you do not perform, menos lang na gihapon. Because if I will tell them, ipa-number 1 nyo ako, ano ba lang gusto nyo sabihin? Bawasan ko ng boto, yung mga kasamahan ko? O, di ba? Ganun lang yun kasimple. Ang importante po dito, bilang babae, now that it is Women's Month, I honestly believe, yung babae po na masyadong metikuloso sa kapwa babae, na kung sa Ilonggo pa himantayon kayo sa obrasang kapwa niya babae, insecure na. Run your own race. Do your own thing. Hindi mo kailangan gawin to na maungusan mo siya o mas angat ka sa kanya. Run your own race. Diba? Ang pinaka-importante po sa lahat is that if there is a woman who found success, be happy for that woman. Kung meron kang kasamahan sa trabaho na na-promote, ikaw bilang babae, be happy. Because how many years ago, women are not given the right to work. Women were not given the right to own properties. Women were not given the right to vote. So like for me, if ang advocacy ko po is women empowerment, and I should be happy kung meron mong babae nagsasucceed at kung meron man pong babae na umaangat sa buhay. And of course, meron po tayong tinatawag na isa pa, no, sa steps is trust yourself, no? You have to trust yourself in your capability to get things done. You have, let's say, doubts. Normal naman po yan. Like for example, sa akin, hindi naman po ako perfect. Meron din po akong kakulangan. Meron din po akong limitations. Now, I try to identify saan po ako kulang, saan po yung limitations, and I try to learn. Naaral ko po. Hindi ko man siya ma-master, but at least I tried na inaral ko siya. So, ang punto doon is, alam mo ng weakness mo yan and you do nothing about it. Diba? For example, how many years ka na as legislator and you don't even know how to make a resolution, I don't even know how to make ordinances, then learn. Diba? You have to trust yourself that you have the skills to do so. You have to trust yourself na pwede mo pala siyang aralin at pwede mo pala siyang matutunan. Kasi alam mo, sabi nga nila, maniwala po kayo sa akin, yung politika po, weather lang. Hindi po kami forever po na nasa posisyon. So darating at darating din, new breed of possible leaders in Coronadal will come up. And that is something that we have to accept because totoo po talaga yan. So when you will learn to trust yourself, magkakaroon ka po ng tinatawag na calculated action. Yung alam mo na, oh, ito lang talaga, hanggang dito lang po ako dapat. Hanggang dito lang po pwede. So, yan po ay hindi napapag-aralan overnight. Yan po ay inaaral through experience at yan po ay inaaral kapag binibigyan mo ito ng panahon na aralin at intindihin isa sa loob po yung kung ano mo po ang nasa harap mo, especially challenges in front of you. And of course, meron din po tayong sinasabi, networking or network. Hindi po ito yung benta-benta ng products at parami-ramihan po ng mga downlines, hindi po ito. Pag sinasabi po nating network, alam mo, sa maniwala po kayo, hindi. For me, if you have that ability to collaborate with another woman, example, sa trabaho, or another man, hindi lang po sa babae, you have that skill to collaborate. Diba? Even nga sa mga YouTube channel, nagko-collaborate sila with other YouTubers. They collaborate. Because when they collaborate, meron po yung supporter ni ganito at supporter ni ganyan sa YouTube channel. When they collaborate, both of their supporters will view the same YouTube videos. Now, in real life naman, when you collaborate, like in work, di ba? Merong task si boss nyo, binigay sa'yo. Sa tingin mo, kung yayain mo yung isang office mate mo, gawin natin tong dalawa. Baka mas mapabilis at baka mas mapaganda because we will now be sharing the same idea or develop an idea. Ang outcome po yan, dyan nga yata lumabas yung words na two heads are better than one. Kasi meron ka na sometimes, by having someone to talk to as devil's advocate, ito meron akong proposition. Someone will talk to you the negative, someone will talk to you the positive, then nagkaroon kayo ng collaboration. To empower yourself, ang collaboration doesn't mean competition. Collaboration simply means that you are not insecure to share the room, share the table, share the brainstorming with someone else, share the action with someone else. That is the power of having a network. It is people empowering another people. O, di ba? Yung collaboration po through a network, you have friends, o marunong kayo ng music. Ikaw, magaling kang mag-gitara. Wala ka naman sa vocal, so hanggang gitara ka lang. So you try to collaborate sa someone na magaling kumanta. O, meron akong melody dito. Kulang pa ako sa lyrics. Pwede ba tayo mag-collaborate? Gawan natin ng kanta. Gawan natin isang composition. So that is empowering yourself. When you collaborate, it doesn't mean you compete. It simply means that the bonding, as a team, nagpo-produce po yan ng better results. Iba po yung competition, especially the unhealthy competition. Pag unhealthy competition po yung mangyari, magkaroon po yan ng division, magkaroon po yan ng hatred, magkaroon po yan ng jealousy, magkaroon po yan ng anger, at magkaroon yung para bang, hindi ko to sabihin na move ko para hindi niya alam. O, diba? That's competition. In a sense po, ang competition naman is a positive thing. It will strive you to do better. It will strive you to achieve something more. But a competition becomes negative pag pumapasok na po yung tinatawag natin panggugulang, pumasok na po yung jealousy, pumasok na po yung anger, hatred, ayan na. Hindi na po maganda. Kaya po, importante po sa network, when you build networks, especially with your colleagues, it is sharing, collaborating. It doesn't mean na you are competing. Maybe, in a way, you are competing, pero it's competition na friendly at competition that brings out the best in both of you. Ayan po. So, ngayong hapon, pinapag-usapan po natin yung personal empowerment. Now, another step na pwede niyo po makonsider is that love what you do. Ayan. Love what you do. Sabi nga nila, love daw ang pinaka-powerful of all emotions na meron ng isang tao. Kaya daw, sabi nila, kapag ang isang tao is driven dahil love niya yung ginagawa niya, when one person loves his job or her job, no? Wala pong pwedeng makaagaw, pansin, o makaagaw ng atensyon kapag ikaw ay dedicated sa profession mo or sa passion mo, especially if it's not only the ginagawa mo siya for the sake of doing, pero ginagawa mo siya because you love what you are doing. Kasi po kapag hindi mo raw mahal yung ginagawa mo, no? Kapag hindi ka po focus sa ginagawa mo, kapag hindi mo gusto yung ginagawa mo, ang dali-dali lang daw po mag-change yung mind mo na maa-out of focus ka. Yung mga fleeting feeling ba na, oh, challenge ako ngayon na gumawa ng ganito. So, ginawa mo siya, ginawa-gawa mo siya. And then, biglang, uy, merong bago. Change ka na naman. Dito ka naman sa bago. So, it means you don't really truly love what you do because ang dali mo mag-shift. Ang dali mong mawala sa focus. Ang dali mong ma-overpower. So, if you love what you do, or if you love your work, then it is no longer work, but it is life. Diba? So, yun yung punto doon. Kasi sabi nga nila, pag mahal mo daw yung trabaho mo, or mahal, may gusto ka, diba? May gusto kang ma-achieve, may gusto kang maabot. Pero syempre, natural po yun na may mga fears tayo. Natural po yun na may mga fears tayo. So, pero kapag love daw natin yung ginagawa natin, pag love talaga yung nangingibabaw, yung may goal ka, gusto mo talaga siya, as in, sure ka na gusto mo, love na love mo yung the thought of you getting there, di ba? Kahit anong fear at kahit anong failures, hindi daw yan ma-outdone yung passion mo, no? Kahit ma-fail ka pa daw, willing ka talaga to achieve something, especially if you put your mind and heart doon sa bagay na yun. So, ayan po. Ang ikapito, hold yourself with grace. Ayan. Hold yourself with grace. Ano pong ibig sabihin nun? Alam mo, sa totoo lang, the sad reality po sa aming mga public officials, this is actually true. And I know this. May ginawa ka man o hindi ka man, may ginawa ka mang maganda o may ginawa ka mang hindi maganda. May sinabi ka man o wala kang sinabi. Meron at meron talagang tao na tumingin pa lang sa'yo, ayaw ka na talaga niya. Meron pong ganun. Whether you like it or not, nagkita pa kayo sa personal nito o hindi pa kayo nagkita sa personal nito, basta nakita ka lang niya. Pwede at pwede pong ayaw niya sa'yo. Hindi ka niya type. Now, what are you going to do about it? Di ba mapikon ka? No. What you have to do is hold yourself with grace. Huwag niyo na pong i-level yung sarili niyo sa mga haters. Because there are some people, may success ka man kung wala, may mga hater ka talaga, whether you like it or not. Simple lang po yan. Like for example sa akin, bilang isang public servant, I cannot please everybody. One way or another in my 15 years as your city councilor, one way or another meron akong hindi napagbigyan. One way or another meron akong napagsabihan. One way or another meron akong nadaanan na hindi ko nangitian. One way or another meron akong hindi nakawayan, hindi ko na shake hands, hindi ko napunta ang invitations. Whether I like it or not, there will always be haters. And it's okay. Because sabi ko nga, I love what I do. And I love it more than the haters to affect me. So kung meron mang haters, I respect them. It's their opinion. It's a free country. Chill. Diba? Pero, ang sinasabi ko lang, for you to be affected by it, it's another story. Just hold yourself with grace, knowing na kahit ano pang gawin mo, kahit magtumbling ka pa, nag-cartwheel ka pa, mura round ball hanggang papunta dito sa Radyo Milenyo, meron talaga ikaw hater. Tanggapin mo na yan at wala ka nang magagawa dyan. Alam mong gawin mo? be more successful because they will hate you more. Diba? If they hate you more, they have anger in their heart. But ikaw naman ay nakakatulog ng mahimbing sa gabi, no problem. Yun ang sinasabi ko. You have to focus sa sarili mo. Na for as long as alam mo na isa kang tao, na ang tao ay capable to make mistake, na hindi ka perfecto, pero you are trying. Na ikaw yung tipong tao like sa aming mga public servants. People expect us to smile all the time. Okay naman po yan. Pero may mga panahon po, may problema rin kami. Baka pag salubong natin, hindi ako nakangiti. Huwag ka naman magalit sa akin. Tao din po ako na katulad mo, may pinoproblema at may iniisip din. Ayan. So if they ask me what I do, if I have detractors and if I have haters, yung mga biradahan ka da, diri, biradahan ka dito, ti simple lang, okay lang ba? Inyo man na iya katungod. Basta ako, basta ako nakik. Diba? Ganun lang po yun because you can never please everyone. So, yun po. Ano pa? Ano pa ba dyan? May haters ba tayong nagko-comment? Ha? Oo, nagpapagreet. O, happy birthday pala. O, ito, greet muna tayo. Happy birthday to my good friend, Arlene Pinto ng Sangguniang Panglungsod. And of course, to Sir Al Saludo. Happy birthday. Ito nga, speaking nga wala po talagang perfect, part po ng inyong step to be in personal empowerment is to embrace imperfect moments. You have to embrace imperfect moments because binibigyan mo lang po ng power, no, yung ibang tao, or binibigyan mo lang po yung circumstances or circumstansya or yung situation. Binibigyan mo lang po sila ng tinatawag na chance to get the better of you if hindi mo ma-accept that there are moments na tinatawag na imperfect moments. Kapag po kasi aware ka that there are imperfect moments, kapag aware ka po talaga na there are imperfect moments, ma-realize mo, no? Through experience, through time, na yung tinatawag nating failure and uncertainty ay mga necessary structure lang po yan. Kasi hinuhone po tayo, dinedevelop po tayo to become a better person. Yung mga challenges po at mga trials po na dumarating sa buhay natin, para lang tayong diamond in the making. Diba? Saan niyo po ba nakikita ang diamond? Nakakapulot ba automatic diamond na siya? Diba galing pa po yan rough? Diba nililinis, tested with times, and everything. So, yun po ay yung mga tinatawag po nating mga failures are nothing but some opportunity for the refinement of our lives, no? Kung wala pong failure, wala ring improvement, di ba? Kasi, okay, I have learned from my mistake. Di ba? So, do not crack under pressure and simply hold it with grace. Ayan po. So, yung mga imperfect moments mo po ay nagbibigay po ng opportunity for you to grow to a better individual. No? Yan po ang lagi kong naaalala sa sinasabi po ng aking butihing ina. Na lagi niya pong sinasabi, Junette, time will always come that struggles and trials, no, darating sa buhay mo. Guidance counselor po kasi dati yung nanay ko sa KNCHS. But you have to remember, sabi niya, there is always a light at the end of a tunnel. Lagi niya pong sinasabi. At lagi ko, ano kayang tunnel yung sinasabi ng nanay ko? So, hindi ko naman maintindihan yun noong unang panahon. Yung pala, na kahit ano pa pong haba ng tunnel at sa dilim po ng tunnel na yan, lalabas at lalabas ka sa tunnel and at the end of the tunnel, there is always light. So, empowerment means that you do not crumble under failure. Empowerment means that you hold yourself with grace. Empowerment means It's not without trials and it's not without failures. Simply is empowerment is being true to yourself, accept what comes in your life and move forward. And above all, to be an empowered person, not only as an empowered woman, an empowered person can coexist with another empowered individual. May mga iba kasi na parang ayaw ko sumama sa kanya kasi medyo kung nagsashine masyado yung light niya. Pag tumabi ako doon, hindi na ako makita. Ayaw kong tumabi sa kanya. You're not empowered, insecure ka. But if you are an empowered person, you can share the light with anyone else. You can even share the darkness with anyone else. In short, an empowered person, an empowered individual is comfortable in his or her own skin without stepping to anyone's toes. At dyan po natin nagtapos yung ating conversation, ating kwentuhan po tungkol sa steps po for personal empowerment. And of course, happy Women's Month in advance, no? Again, ginigreet po natin yung lahat ng mga women barangay kagawads. How many do we have in the city of Corondal? Ilan ang babaeng kagawad? 50 plus, I think. 50 plus, I think. So, yan po. Marami-rami na rin, no? Sa mga kagawad ng Coronadal na babae, barangay kagawad po ng babae. But then again, sinasabi po ni Councilor Hurtado, when you choose a leader, you don't choose the gender. You choose, no? Ang ugali, ang karakter, ang capability, and of course, ang kanilang performance. Huwag na po tayo dun makinig sa mga sira dito at sira doon because at the end of the day, diba? At the end of the day, it is our vote. So, before we go to another topic, binabati ko po ang ating Mayor Leordo Ojena, Advance Happy Women's Month Mayor, and of course our Vice Mayor, Honorable Peter B. Miguel. At binabati ko rin po ng magandang hapon ng mga kasamahan ko sa konseho, Honorable Edwin Abris, Honorable Councilor Anabel Garcia Pingoy, and happy birthday pala kay Mutya, no? Mutya Pingoy, happy birthday. Happy birthday din po kay Kagawad Rakrak Lamera, no? Na taga Barrio 8, no? And, ano? Sa March 1, okay. And ginigreet po din natin si Councilor Maylene Bascon de Guzman, Councilor Prichiluala Ugoy, Councilor Jose Henry Aguirre, Councilor F.R. Dideles, Councilor Hander P. Cadilino Copilo, Councilor Balong Lagasca, James Balong Lagasca, and SK Federation President Clarice Rungon, Liga ng mga Barangay President Greg Presga, Councilor Bert Hinay, sino pa IPMR, no, Victor Abing. At of course, ang ating secretary, no, may adding SP Secretary Marites Tugunon. Sino pang hindi ko nag-greet? Okay, so we still have 10 minutes left in our radio program. Sa mga gusto pong magpabate, live na live po tayo sa istasyon ng Radyo Milenio 100.9 FM. And of course, live din po tayo sa Jeanette Ines Hurtado in Action. Live na live din po tayo sa Jeanette Ines Hurtado Facebook page, account. And of course, live na live din po tayo sa Jeanette Hurtado TV. At binabati ko po ang aking, ito siya nag-aalaga sa akin, no, since I was young. Ngayon na nakikinig, no. Mamay Aning, hello Mamay Aning, Anita Besyata. And binabati ko rin, no, binabati ko rin ang aking, ano tawag dito, ang mother dear ng aking staff, mother dear ni Baby Alvarez, si Merlita Asuncion. And of course, nakikinig din siguro sa bahay, si Ginalyn Lausing. Binabati ko rin po yung aking mga staff. Diyan po si Brian Basay, Fred Alvarez, Baby Alvarez, Leslie Casado, Nori Enrijo, Atan Sotelo. Sino nakalimutan ko? Si Sally Tuting, si Ginalyn Lausing, Si Ayan na Bonales de la Cruz, Ruben Ines, yan, mga hi na sa aking mga Team Hortado, Team Ube. Binabati ko rin po ang pamilya ni Kams, no? Kams Zulda. Sila po yung aking caretaker sa Crown City Street. And of course, shout out Gliss Vlog. O yan, hello Gliss Vlog. And of course to Jessica Serban, ano na yung babe? Tinilabit man? Serbande. Hi host. And of course, Lakwatsa. Hello Sisi. Good afternoon. It's almost 1 in the afternoon. Ayan. Shout out po sa lahat ng Team Dikitan. So we still have 5 minutes left. No? Pag-uusapan po natin, meron po tayong isang letter sender sa akin. Ito medyo may pagka-a-bit coming from a letter na sulat po na pinangalanan lang nating worried teacher. Sabi niya, Dear Counselor Jeanette, pwede po bang magtanong, can I ask a question about my situation? Pwede po ba ang aming paaralan ay magkaroon ng investigasyon regarding po sa personal relationship ng professor even if it's happened outside the school premises? Is this not an intrusion on the personal life of the professor? Also, can the school authorities ask the professor to resign so that they won't be dragged into the issue of immorality? Thank you po, Counselor Jeanette Hurtado, for your reply from worried teacher. Okay. Gusto ko lang i-inform sa iyo, worried teacher, because hindi po masyadong marami ang laman ng iyong, wala po masyadong detalye, except sa mga questions na tinanong mo po sa akin, and I will try my best to answer your letter. Dito lang po talaga sa within the bounds ng tanong ko. No? I-clarify ko lang ha. We would like to clarify that a person has a right to maintain in his private or personal relationship, which should not be meddled by other person. Yung privacy po natin sa ating mga personal na mga relasyon ng buhay ay entitled po tayo sa tinatawag na privacy at hindi po dapat pakialaman ng ibang tao. Kaya lang, sa sitwasyon mo, yung relationship na yan affects, no, his or her existing obligations and responsibilities. Like, siguro naman, nung hinire ka, meron kang terms and agreement sa inyong employment. So, kung yung pakiramdam ng employer mo ay apektado yung existing obligations mo at responsibilidad mo based sa inyong terms and conditions, then the party affected may do whatever is just to resolve the matter. In short, kung ganun po yung circumstansya, yung party, meaning the school, may do whatever is just to resolve the matter. So in the case po ninyo, isang college professor na humihingi po ng advice, she mentioned that she was married. Sinabi po kasi the worried teacher na married siya. Pero at separated na sa kanyang husband. Pero hindi po klaro at hindi niya rin po sinabi whether she and her husband were merely separated, na pag-usapan lang hiwalay na tayo, or whether yung marriage po nila has already been dissolved by the court. So sinabi lang po kasi sa akin dito sa letter is that hiwalay na sila ng kanyang husband. However, we pointed out na po, ang private educational institution po, kung saan siya ay nakapag-employed or nakapagtrabaho, may terminate her services as a professor if it would be proven after an investigation that she violated the provisions of the Manual of Regulations for Private Higher Education of 2008. Nakalagay po yan, nakasaad po yan sa section 121. So ano pong ibig sabihin yan? Halimbawa po, she is still legally married sa kanyang husband and that meron pong valid complaint na final po sa kanya and that she was proven to have committed such violation, then, ito po, ang ini-emphasize dito, that as professors and educators, sila po ay kinukonsidered na role models sa atin, lalong-lalo na po sa mga mag-aaral. Thus, they have the moral obligation na kinakailangan po ng kanilang profesyon. Pero doon po sa tanong nyo, pwede ka bang imbestagahan or teacher? A proper investigation regarding this matter must be made, and an opportunity to explain may be given. Dapat po, bago i-terminate si professor sa kanyang trabaho, dapat po nagkaroon talaga muna ng proper investigation at dapat po nabigyan ng equal opportunity si professor to explain yung kanyang side. Diba? This is very basic and fundamental. This is very basic and fundamental form of due process. So, hindi pwede ito i-deny kay professor. Hindi siya pwedeng outrightly terminate without proper investigation at hindi po siya binigyan ng equal opportunity to answer or explain. However, naniniwala po ako na itong investigation na ito will not serve as an intrusion sa personal life niya. Because once a professor commits an act which may be a violation of our laws or mga regulasyon na meron tayo, he or she opens herself up to the possibility of being investigated upon. So dapat alam niyo rin ang obligasyon niyo bilang professor at educators, once you have committed such act, you are actually putting yourself in a situation of a possibility na pwede po talaga kayong paimbestigahan. At once makafile po ng complaint against kayo sa teacher na to, it is for her best to address the same in order to protect her rights. Sasagutin niya at mag-e-explain siya para po maproteksyonan din ang kanyang karapatan. In any case, all private educational institution must have a grievance machinery. So I'm not sure no kung lahat meron, pero sinasabi dito dapat merong mag-handle na grievance machinery. Pero kung hindi naman po ito available, dapat magkaroon po ng tinatawag na voluntary arbitration. So yan po yung proseso. So, sa aking palagay, kasi tanong po ito ni worthy teacher, as to the school asking its professor to resign, it may do so for the benefit not only of the school, but also of the guilty professor. Kasi po, baka yun na lang po ang pinaka-best alternative para hindi na po madrag ang eskwelahan at hindi na rin po madrag ang reputasyon. Diba? This may lessen or eliminate the ridicule that the guilty professor may undergo if proven guilty or kung totoo siya. However, it cannot be forced upon the professor because resignation is a voluntary act on the part of employee. Pwede kang pagsabihan na, mas better siguro kung ganun na lang, mag-voluntary resign ka na lang or terminate na lang natin. Pero hindi ka po makompel because yung pagpatatanggal or pagpaparesign is a voluntary act on the part of the employee. I hope naliwanagan ka, worried teacher. At bago po tayo magtapos, from my Facebook page, Unit Ines Hurtado in Action, John Paul Tolentino watching live. Hello, kumusta ka na, John Paul? While having break from our KC, family meeting. Aba, oo, hello, thank you sa message and sa comment mo, John Paul. Sa lahat po, dito po nagtatapos ang ating programa Usapang Babae ngayong Sabado nito. Radyo Milenyo po. Kita-kits po tayo next Saturday, 12 to 1 in the afternoon. At yan po ay ang selebrasyon na ng ating Women's Month. I might try to invite, baka mag-invite po tayo kung sino pong available ng mga empowered women dito sa Coronadal on our next episode. Sa inyong lahat, magandang hapon po. Salamat sa panahon binigyan niyo sa akin. And sabi ko nga, an empowered wana, knows her right Ang empowered wana knows her value. An empowered wana knows her self-worth. But before you can say that you are truly empowered, you should be the very first to respect and love yourself. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Usapang babae.